peace, peace. Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the stations or channels, back in time with yet another most pristine, fine, and most sincere and genuine new video. It's your humble brother, servant, friend, acquaintance, mentor, guide, and hopefully pal, Brother Henry Hank Soul Conscious, number 4400 or 4400. I apologize if my voice is not as upbeat as usual. I've been having a busy week. It's kind of late, and not that I'm that tired, but it's just a little late. Had a lot of running around to do, and then also waiting on appointments to see the dentist later. Have some dental work. Having a little issues with some pains in the gums. I've been trying different things like using extra Listerine and mouth gels, and it helps some, but every so often it flares up. Not to gross anybody out or anything, but just wanted to explain. But anyway, welcome back. Peace and blessings to every man, woman, and child. Peace and blessings to people all walks of life. Um, anyway, I just wanted to come on here briefly, family. As we know, during the past week, I just wanted to talk about a couple issues. Give some objective perspective and commentary on it. Hope no one takes it the wrong way. I'm not here to attack or insult anybody, just wanted to comment. First, this whole Starbucks thing, regardless whether you feel that it was racially motivated, which I believe most likely it partly may have been or was. But if you disagree, hey, I mean, you're entitled to your perspective, no matter how right, wrong, in between it may be. But not so much the incident itself with the two so-called black males unfairly arrested for requesting to use the bathroom, but it's incidents like this that I want people to take. People, all cultures and races that subscribe, visit my channel. Peace and blessings to you all. I'm thankful for all my subscribers, for your listeners. If you're brand new, welcome to my station of channels. If positivity over negativity, constructive collectivism over selfishness, and negative individual over extreme individualism. But anyway, not to get off on tangents, but anyway, uh, you know, we can take a negative and turn it into a positive, meaning I'm not saying that what the unfair treatment they received was right, but we, people, all cultures and races, particularly so-called melanated people, so-called blacks, brights, Latinos, Asians, we can take this situation and try to learn a lessons from it. What do I mean? But you're saying, well, what do you mean by that, brother soul conscious? What I mean is that, like I said, taking a negative into a positive. Um, because marching and protesting is only going to take you so far. I'm not saying that I have anything personal against people that do that, but I'm not really into that so much because I know in the long run it's not really that effective. We've been doing that for the longest while, and sometimes people take that for granted. As a matter of fact, that's what some of these people expect us to do anyway. But be that as it may, we need to learn a lesson to realize that, like that old saying goes, you can't expect to keep doing things the same way and get a different result. That's like the definition of insanity. So we need to come up to think more outside the box and come up with different combination of things to put positive pressure on people, to show them that you can't expect us to continue to spend our economic dollars with you if you're going to mistreat and disrespect us. And this is why I believe that all cultures and races of people have a right to organize and have their own businesses, because you can't expect to be free, to be a true, no, every true independent nation of people has to have some type of economic base. Part of the reason why some blacks and Latinos and other melanated people are disrespected, especially so-called blacks or African Americans, whatever, so-called Negroes, whatever, or original people, is because We don't have a collective spirit anymore like some of us did in the past of economic unity and teamwork. We we're so divided and hateful of each other. We'd rather spend most of our pennies with every other culture, race of their own, which don't make any sense. On the one hand, you want to spend your money with every other culture, race, but not your own. But yet, when you get economically left out of the equation or mistreated by these same people, you want to holler, jump, complain, and do all this, which to me doesn't make any sense. And I'm not saying this to hurt anyone's feelings or bash anyone or put them down. I'm just trying to point these things out to us as a people so we can wake up more mentally and work on it and correct it. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, family, had to pause there a little bit. I can't talk as quickly as I usually do. I do apologize. Don't be upset. Like I said, I'm having some oral pain a little bit, so I have to pause every now and then and talk a little bit slower because the pain is irritating as I move my mouth a little bit. So I'm going to keep this video, really short and to the point. Uh, as I continue, hopefully in the next few days, some of the swelling will go down. I'm looking forward to seeing the dentist again soon, hopefully next month. Or if the pain is too long for me to wait, I may have to look for an emergency clinic or something. But unfortunately, I'm having some minor issues for some reason. There was miscommunication with my insurer and in their system, so I'm waiting for that to be fixed to go back to see the dentist. I've already rescheduled. Not to bore or burden anyone with my problems, but just explaining to apologize for the unusualness of my voice. I know you're used to me being talking a little more quicker and more consistent, but I can't really do talking like I usually do 100% because of the pain, so I do apologize. But anyway, family, secondly, I forgot the name, but as some of us already know, a shout out to Elder Rasan Delay, many of our brothers in the manosphere, as well as exception to the rule, Positive Sisters. There was another young black male who unfortunately was shot and unfairly killed by the police. I think it was earlier today or maybe yesterday or so, most likely. And so until we as a people wake up and organize, and until we learn to have better pride in ourselves, and we find ways to decrease our self-hatred and division. I mean, we're so wrapped up in some of these petty things like arguing back and forth over debating over colorism, over how women choose to wear weave or not, and you know about the pros and cons of dating in and dating out and all of this stuff. And I've said it before, like I said, when it comes to this whole interracial dating thing, I am neutral. My own individual preferences for my own melanated, biracial, black, Latina, Asian, Afro, Latina, all the melanated sisters. But because of the way how this society has corrupted the minds of many of our women and how this Europeanized system has turned and over extreme feminism and the gender war has pitted the men against women in all cultures and races, and it shouldn't have to be that way. We should be able to function as teammates and complement each other. But because we live in a society that brainwashes and conditions us into these philosophies and these ideologies that goes against nature itself, that destroys traditional families and whatnot, men and women, we can't seem to be able in the percentages that we should to be able to get along with one another intelligently and logically as we should by nature, so that we can work as teams to build healthy families and communities. Right now in America, for the most part, that's just not the case. We have the lowest percentage of traditional families of all time. Not that I'm bashing single people or gay people. Don't take it that way at all. I'm just trying to explain some of the reasons for the decline in traditional families and some of the root causes of these problems, like the dysfunction and all of that stuff. But this just goes to show that until we pick up our pride from off the floor, because right now it doesn't make any sense. You want, on one hand, you have some of us, we want to complain about the corruption of the system, about white supremacy, this, that, and that. But yet, when brothers, positive and constructive brothers and sisters like myself, come here to help uplift our people, educate us, and offer solutions so we can try to decrease racism in these things, the same people they claim they want to decrease it and fight against it want to hate on you and complain. And you don't have to necessarily agree with some or all the solutions, but it's better to do something than nothing. It's gotten to the point where our backs are against the wall. We are marked for extermination. Everyone is against us. Like our dear brother Claude Anderson says, we don't have any true friends or allies. When when push comes to shove, all we have is to create in ourselves. We need to be on point. We need to be serious. We need to be a people that values intelligence and research again, thinking outside the box, evolving. We need to come up with a new name for ourselves. This is a new millennium. We don't need to necessarily subscribe to a black label, because once you're a free people, you can choose your own identity in the future instead of the oppressor's identity, former oppressor's identity. Also, you know, we need to have standards. We need to have a code. How can you be a true people without any economics in place, without any morals, values, standards, and a code? And like I said, it's not that we also need to stop fighting and hating and arguing over each other all the time over differences of faith, atheism, or not a religion, because these white supremacists, racists, and other people, and I'm not talking about all white people, all my good-hearted white subscribers, those, not you. This, if it don't apply, let it fly. I'm talking about these ignorant ones that still want, brainwashed ones that still want to subscribe to the false notions of white supremacy. But not all white people. I know that all individual white people are not that way. Many of my subscribers, for people all backgrounds, and I do appreciate you, so don't take this the wrong way. I'm just making general examples. But anyway, you know, we need to stop automatically hating and fighting with each other all the time over dating differences and preferences. You know, whether you choose to date in or date out, at the end of the day, regardless of who you choose to date or marry, it still doesn't change the fact of your culture, race. Just because you date someone of another culture, race, does not mean that you're going to magically change into, like, it's not like there's a closet that we as so-called blacks, Latinos, and other melanated people, we can go into some superhero closet and change into a white person so we don't have to experience racism. It doesn't work that way. um so regardless whether you choose to date in or out, there's no reason for us to unnecessarily keep hating and debating and going back and forth about it. We need to stop automatically hating on each other just because we may have differences in dating preferences. Because at the end of the day, as long as you're a mentally awake person that cares about your black, Latino, other melanated people, I'm not going to automatically hate you or dislike you, even though it is sad that in some cases there are those that date out. In many cases, those that date out do have self-hate issues, and they do automatically hate and label all of their own people as bad, even though it should, or some of them, even though, and to a certain degree, all cultures and races do it to a certain degree, but unfortunately, it's most severe and worse among us so-called black people, and that's a shame. It shouldn't have to be that way. And just because I may not agree with your choice or dating preference or who you may marry, or I could be neutral about it for the most part, like me, you know, we need to stop automatically hating on each other, bashing each other back and forth. We need to learn, like all the cultures and races of people, to put our differences aside and work together for the collective good. Like, yes, all the cultures and races may do it a little bit, but not to the degree that we do it. Like, I don't see most Asians or most Koreans or most white people that date out. You'll never see them, for the most part, in mass saying that just because I'm with someone of another culture or race, that I'm going to go and hate on my entire race or label my whole race or condemn my whole culture and race or throw them under the bus. No, they're not going to do that. You know why? Because even though I'm not putting them on a pedestal, they may have their faults, mistakes, and shortcomings, but at the end of the day, they still maintain a certain level of standards. They still have a general code. Whereas we, unfortunately, at this stage in time, unlike in certain points in our great history to past, as a collective, we don't have no moral standards, values, or a code, and that's a damn shame. Nor do we have any type of collective economic independence or spirit of teamwork so that we could be producers. We could transition from being producers instead of just consumers all the time, which is also a shame. So anyway, family, I don't want this message to be too long. Just wanted to come on here, address a few things that have been happening most recently. Like, share, subscribe. Peace and blessings. All the best in life. No offense. I hope no one took what I said the wrong way. I'm not here attacking or speaking to anyone individually, just in general. To us, peace, love, and blessings, to encourage us all. Let me know what you think. It's up to you. You don't have to comment, but if you choose to, you could do so privately by emailing me. If you go to the About a Discussion page, my 4 emails, or semi-privately through the About a Discussion page, or publicly in the comments section. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell button if you want to sub for sub with me. If you have a positive channel, charity, cause, endeavor, you want to, sub for sub or spread the word, let me know. As long as it's constructive or positive, I'll do the same for you as well. Remember, all the best in life. Remember, positivity over negativity, constructive collectivism, and moving forward, being evolutionary over selfishness, extremism, negativity, and too much over individualism. Let's learn to be more balanced in our lives and as people. Remember to think right, love right, reflect right, live right, reality right, do right, act right, do unto your fellow man, woman, and child, live by the golden rule right, believe right, love right, respect right, and all that, all the good stuff, and reflect right. And with that being said, peace and blessings again, all the best in life, a billion peace and blessings. Please like, share, subscribe, support, click the bell button. If let me know, I'll do the same for you as well. Enjoy the smooth music as we cruise out, everyone. All the best and have a great week. Those of you that are new or that are relatively new, please remember to subscribe, spread the word. You may donate if you wish, even though I do what I do out of the pureness of my heart, but from time to time, people do leave tips and donate. I appreciate it. You could go to the About a Discussion page for my PayPal. But other than that, I wish you the best. Like, share, subscribe, spread the word. If you want, I'll do the same for you as well. If you're brand new or relatively new, you want to sub for sub with me, let me know. Take care of yourselves. I'll catch you guys on the fly in the next video. And again, enjoy the smooth music as we cruise out. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you all. Take care of yourselves. I thank you and appreciate you all. Keep spreading the word and inviting people to view, like, share, subscribe. And take care. I'll catch you guys on the fly in the next one. Have a great month, everyone. Peace, 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 peace. Peace, 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 peace.